is amazing. Your lectures have given the vision to see everything connected with the Lord. All the devotees also helped on in every step. Today also, these young girl devotees, they helped us to take our dip in the Ganges, otherwise it wouldn't have been possible for us. And their sincerity is really amazing. Prabhuji, under your guidance, Shraddha Mataji and Mukharvind Prabhuji, they arranged this yatra so systematically that we had no problem whatsoever. Devotees of Vaishnava Academy looked after us so well. Prasadam was absolutely wonderful, non-spicy, as Krishna Premis actually need. The most important thing is the Sankirtan. Guruji yourself and Omkar Prabhuji really intoxicated us in Krishna's love. This experience is unforgettable and would like to have these kind of yatras more often. I assure you, Guru Maharaji, that this experience was like a crash course for us. You have really put me on the track, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I want to say, I'm really grateful to Shraddha Mataji and Mukharvind Prabhu that they put me with the Yadu Devi Mataji in the room, and she's such a devotee. I could really learn a lot from her. I did not know so many things, and she really guided me. On the quiet also I was learning, but she was really guiding me whenever I asked her something. I'm really thankful.
Go ahead.
Hare Krishna. This yatra is my first one, and it feels so heavenly. I really don't want to go back home. And it feels so light, and the atmosphere is so positive that I didn't think much about my kids also back home. So that is the kind of impression this yatra has given me. I'm so grateful to Shraddha Mataji and Mukharvind Prabhu for arranging this. And one realization I got was the power of thought. I realized that I had to think positive and think the best, because when we were planning for this trip, I wanted to go to the Jagannath Puri temple, but somehow it didn't happen, and I was like, oh no, I want to go. I was thinking in my mind, I wish I could go. Then in one of our trips, we had to go to the temple here at Rajapur, and it was like amazing. I mean, it was just a thought that I wanted to see Jagannath Puri temple, and here it was amazing, and the prasad, it's like so many varieties I was fed, and I was like, I just wanted to see, and you're giving so much. I was so amazed, I was so thrilled, and I was sharing with my friend Bharani Mataji. So I was these thoughts. So when these thoughts when they happen, I realized that okay, we have to think always something good and something positive. So the power of thought is very important. That's one thing I realized in this yatra. And the next one is, I was amazed at the love filled with the love of Godhead or Krishna or Chaitanya in this all the people in this area, and they had so much love. Like I could relate one experience. Like the other day I was Hita Priya was lying on me, and she would hold her hand with the mom who's she was putting her hand on mom. So it was like she felt close when she touched her mom, though she was lying on me. So the people here are like running after the yesterday in the elephant procession. I would see the people trying to touch the chariot of Chaitanya Prabhu and Nityananda's chariot, or have a flower, and that intense love for him I could feel in the crowd, and they were so humble. They're so humble that it really touched me deeply. That is one thing that I was able to realize. The last one is today I got to see. Usually I would be complaining about dirt here, dust there, and stuff like that, as my friend keeps saying. But today I never felt that feeling. All those feeling has all washed away. Having seen that the ceremony where they immersed the ashes, so I got to see first time in real life. I've seen in pictures, but I've seen first time in real life, and that has a huge impact on myself. And one day we are all going to be ashes. So that is really, seeing in pictures is different from seeing in real life. And another one I want to mention is Omkar's music has mesmerized me, and I can feel that when we sing from the heart, it will do the same. So I'm looking forward for another yatra. So,
and, we'd like to give you the dancing award. You were the most enthusiastic dancer throughout the yatra. I can say that I looked over and every kirtan you were expressing some ecstasy through your dance. It was very nice. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. So now, everyone gets one reflection, because we're going to go around. So give us your best one, and then we'll move on.
Usually when we go to yatra and go back to the devotees or friends and tell that I went on a yatra, they ask like, what about the places you saw? Hardly people ask about how much time did you spend in hearing and chanting. So in this yatra, I could see the eagerness of the devotees, of how they were so much focused on hearing and chanting, and we had planned the yatra in such a way that we could focus more on the essence of the devotional service. And I got a glimpse of what pure devotional service means. And you also told about the beginner's enthusiasm. We should always maintain that. And you not only say that, you also practice that the other day. Every day we see you in the Mangalarati, and we didn't miss you, and when we see you dancing in front of Tulsi, like a devotee, new devotee in ecstasy, we see your young devotee, how they be enthusiastic. So you taught us not only through your words, but also through your actions. And I'm really fortunate to be in the association of such exalted souls. And I also thank Nirakala Mataji, though she was not feeling well, she showered so much love on each and every one of us, so much caring. And I also enjoyed walking with Malini to Mangalarati every day. And Omkar Prabhu and Navina Prabhu's hold on the local dealings and how to get things done in such a difficult situation. So it was very enjoying, and I really pray that whatever I learned here, I get some enthusiasm to serve the illustrious devotees of ISV in accomplishing our mission.
When we got off the Uttama Shloka, fantastic. When we got off the boat going to Navadvip, Navina, I saw him when we were on this side. He was deciding how to move all of us from the Ghat all the way to Srila Jagannath Babaji Maharaj's kutir. And he started working his phone, and he was talking to people about, how much rickshaw should cost and so on. And then when we were landing, he came up to me and he goes, "Okay, I have to put on the Ishvara Bhav now." So he got off the boat, and then he organized all those rickshaws very quickly. And not only that, I noticed when we got in a traffic jam, he was behind us. He jumped off the rickshaw and ran to the front to clear the traffic. So literally, Navina was keeping everything going wherever we were. It was very impressive. I watched and learned. Hare Krishna. Shloka, Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
When you said everyone can share only one realization, I was remembering this Prabhupada story about one old, poor and blind man who was somehow came in touch with genie, and genie said, "I can fulfill only one of your desires." He also had no children. And he said, "My only desire is to see my children from the roof of my palace." So in one go, he managed to cover everything he wanted. So I was thinking, how do I express one realization, to say everything I wanted to say. But, just to equal the scores, I was thinking, that my biggest realization in having your association is that it's actually very rare, even amongst senior-most Vaishnavas in our movement, at least from my experience, to see someone like yourself so seriously absorbing hearing. And this is the foundation of Krishna consciousness, and I can see how everything works starting from that. Because I could never imagine someone being so focused on japa, to be focused on 1, 2, 5, 6, 8 rounds, maybe, but 16 rounds. That was something unbelievable, and I just couldn't imagine. But when I saw you doing that, I was thinking I shouldn't miss this opportunity. And actually my own chanting started improving, not because of me, but I was reflecting on that nectar of devotion point, that for most of us it's reflection of someone else's bhakti. This is how we can feel Krishna's presence, and I'm thinking that after that experience of having this opportunity to chant together with you, later, even if I'll have to struggle, that will be something which will stand up in my mind as an example that it is possible to achieve. And I really think that all the devotees who are connected with you are very, very fortunate, because of your amazing sincerity, because we have a lot of very wonderful speakers in our movement, and definitely you can speak for hours because you have so much knowledge, but you purposefully reserve yourself. You just speak very little, and you request devotees to also share their realization and their knowledge. You encourage devotees to share. And it's obvious that you're enjoying hearing from other devotees. So actually, probably the most impressive point I got from that is your unbelievable sincerity in Krishna consciousness, which for me is synonym of purity. So that's very amazing, and just this kind of association is increasing my faith in the process.
As they say in Japan, kochira koso, right back at you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Shraddha Mataji and all of the devotees and my friends for all their association and the small and for me the best realization I have got. I always wanted to go for Bangladesh, and the tram is so fast, easy to go. You can just run for Bangladesh. And I felt so accomplished when I went.
From Mangalarti? Wow, just see how much ecstasy from going to Mangalarti. Sometimes people feel like it's like, you know, it's an austerity, but you can see when somebody, you know, is like thinking about they always want to go to Mangalarti because they get to do it. What a privilege it is to go to Mangalarti. It's beautiful.
And the Dham is such a very peaceful place. Everywhere it's so peaceful. I feel so happy. Thank you so much.
Jai! It's definitely from your service back in ISC, your non-stop service to the Sankirtan movement. Krishna has given you this opportunity to fulfill your desires here in the Dham, and will go on doing so unlimitedly. Haribol.
I am witness to Bharani Mataji's eagerness to go to Mangalarti. I was walking by, but she was running past me to get into Mangalarti.
Puja.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you very much for bringing us on this yatra. I have been looking forward to it for a long time. And some emphasizing points that I got from the yatra was the association of devotees, because at least for me, most of my days spent at school where there's no practically no Krishna consciousness, and
Except for you.
and the sounds I hear, the people I see, I associate with, it's very un-Krishna conscious. So it was nice to go away from all of that and be for 10 days full focus on Krishna consciousness. And I really liked waking up for Mangalarti in the morning, because usually you have to push yourself out of bed to get up for Mangalarti. But here you feel an eagerness to go and see how the deities are. They're so beautiful. I want to go experience that again. So in this place, everything is so special, and it's easier to be Krishna conscious in this place. And the atmosphere is so conducive for Krishna consciousness. So, and the atmosphere is so nice. Thank you for bringing us.
And you're enthusiastic Mridanga playing throughout the whole yatra. Okay, here we go, last chances.
I really want to thank so much for this yatra. I feel really coming back to life. I very much like this experience of coming back to the basics and experiencing the it is something that I was really longing for. I think last year I felt like losing my identity in the sense of really being what I'm supposed to be. So it really helped a lot, and I feel very, very happy actually. I'm very grateful for all the arrangement and for all this experience, and also going to all these places, and it brings so much to life. All the books that we're reading and the philosophy, and one strong point which was I thought, something for me to work on. It's the importance of association, how important it is to be in a proper association and create proper reciprocation with others. to be very serious about chanting, really put all my heart there, because I really understand that this is the basis of everything. It's really, really important. I'm so grateful actually for the whole Yachan.
What did you mean by going back to basics?
Just having kirtans, hearing the kirtans and hearing Krishna Kirtana and keep the vibration going, this simple focus on Krishna, that's what's going on.
Thank you very much. Navina. By the way, January came from all the way from Belgium to attend the ashram. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you all for coming. Even though I've been here for quite a few number of years, coming and going, I've seen many of those places, but like today, I never had this type of experience with such a harmonic group who was really absorbed in the katha and hearing and chanting. It was a first for me in many of those places, even though I've been in these places before. And your association made it super special. Thank you for your friendship and guidance and for all the mercy that you're giving freely to everybody, especially to those who are eager to take it. And the second part of This is India, everything is possible, is everything's available and nothing works. To each and every one of you for all the many shortcomings that were there. And thank you for your patience with us. I hope we'll do better next time. So you'll have to come back and give us the chance to serve you again. And my special gratitude also goes to some of the people which you probably haven't seen much. Igor, who it looks like he's not there, but he's always there. Very reliable, very devoted. And Karuna, who's been doing the lunch. The Swiss lady who's been cooking all your lunch. And Daru Brahma and his assistant who's been doing the breakfast and the evening snack. And also Oshira Rikshawala, who was, except one time, always on time, which is quite unusual in this country. So thank you for coming all the way to Mayapur. Please come again and take this atmosphere to wherever you're going. This energy, this vibration, this katha. Keep the sound vibration going. And especially thank you Ashesh Prabhu Nikula to lead this yatra. And take care of all the devotees so that they can absorb Krishna consciousness and share it with the world. Hare Krishna.
Hare. China Karta in the back.
Very well. I just like to say, to add to what Puja Shloka was saying about Vaishya Prabhu, I've known him since we were 18 years old. 1973, doing books in the airport. And you're all very fortunate to be under his guidance. And this is actually the perfection of being in the Dham, is being with Vaishya Prabhu in his programs. It's what it's all about, hearing and chanting about Krishna. And purifying ourselves, coming closer to the Lord. But I have to say that, and I speak from probably all the devotees who knew Vaishya Prabhu, affectionately known as Vaishi. And he's always been a very advanced devotee and very dedicated. And to see him, how he's grown over the years, I'm so proud to have a godbrother like him. And words really can't say enough. You know, it's said that one who glorifies you, you should consider him an enemy. But also it's our duty to glorify the Vaishnavas who are on such a great course in Krishna consciousness. And I'm really grateful, like I said, to have such a wonderful Vaishnava devotee as Vaisheseka Prabhu. When he initiated his first 2 disciples, I was in St. Louis at Purdue in the airport, and I read his lecture on the internet, and I was literally in tears. It was so beautiful. And I realized, again, the special devotee that's in our midst. And so thank you, Vaisheseka, for all your kindness and your friendship. And doing books with Vaisheseka was such a good privilege. And there wasn't probably one person that didn't take a book from Vaisheseka. He was towering, he was so... people would be looking at him and they would just be enamored. He would just open a book sometimes and quote a verse, and people would buy the book. Very grateful, and very grateful to be here with all of you. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. One thing that stuck in my mind is find a pure devotee, and you will be realized by sticking with that pure devotee. So after having 2 years or 2.5 years of Krishna conscious experience, I found only one pure devotee, that is Vaisheshika Prabhu. I can get revelation with His mercy. Before, like in 2011, I went to Vrindavan. At that time, I don't know much about Krishna consciousness. I spent 5 days in Vrindavan. Those are the best 5 days in my life. I chanted 16 rounds first time, traveling from Delhi to Vrindavan in a car with Nirmala Mataji and Madhukari Prabhu. I thought that was really an impossible task. After I did the first time, I thought that with the mercy of Vaishnavas and their association, it is possible. So, after that, I increased from 8 rounds to 16 rounds. But working and taking care of housework, 16 rounds is kind of impossible task for me. But these 10 days, I was chanting in the morning after Mangalarati. That was so effortless. I felt that the day is really very free during the day. And also, I felt so happy. And also, the Kirtana and the places that I went along with all of the devotees. Wherever I go, I was completely absorbed when you or Omkara does the Kirtan. So it was amazing and heart-touching. I never had that much joy before. These 10 days are the best days in my life. I am looking forward to have these kind of days again and again in my life. From tomorrow onwards, again I am looking forward to these kind of
Hare Krishna. For me, the association, being in your association all these days, has been truly amazing. And I'm grateful, very grateful for it. I thought that the yatra was planned so nicely, and I'm very appreciative to Srivas Prabhu and Shraddha and Mukarvinda Prabhu for just arranging it so nicely that we weren't overtaxed and we could really focus on the hearing and chanting. The kirtans, the bhajans that were chosen, what you chose to speak about in all the places was just perfect. And you know, when we talk about, you know, we were absorbed, you know, we could be hearing and chanting, you know, 24/7 while we were here, but the quality of the hearing and the chanting that I was experiencing with all of you was really beyond anything I've had at such a sustained level. You were all so focused, and there was no distraction. Everyone just wanted to hear with their hearts and chant with their hearts, and I really appreciated that. I want to thank all the devotees who brought family members, because to me it was a delight. It was a delight that Malini brought her mother and father. I'm so grateful to have them here and see her dad dancing this morning. And Mom taking her Ganga Snan. And every time I see Homa, she's smiling and nodding, and it's just been so... It's a beginner's mind, you know. You just look there and you see it. And Diana, you know, I as soon as it came in and Kirtan was going, I missed her. She wasn't here. And one of my favorite things was dancing in the back the past 2 nights with Diana. She's very sweet, and she raised a wonderful son. So I was grateful to all of you for bringing family members, and for all of you for making this trip one of those deep, deep impressions that will be with me for my whole life. Darya, it's overflowing. And I truly experienced that, and it's so much to do with all of your association, and I'm very grateful for that. Thank you.
Anyone else? Last chance? A quick thing. LA smiling.
I didn't have my hands up, but okay. It's a lot in my heart, and like I'm saying, but this was a dream come true for me, as you know. And I've been bugging Prabhu for a long while. When are we going to? So finally my dream came true, and I realized that why I was so anxious wanting to come here, because it was truly what I expected, and a lot more. Being in this environment, in this vibration, and constantly chanting and hearing had made me, from day one, forget all the anxiety I had back home. And just the Mataji said, I forgot about the kids and the family and the work, everything, and didn't even think about it. I wanted to thank everybody. I made good new friends, and that I hope that it lasts for the rest of my life. I definitely appreciate Omkar's Kirtan. The tune stuck in my mind. I'm very happy. I think what stuck really in my mind, the fact is that my sister really enjoyed it, so that made me really, really happy. And also learning, actually experiencing the places that Lord Chaitanya had done his past times, and actually being in those places and hearing about those pastimes really made me know and feel more of the mercy and feel more closer to Lord Chaitanya. So I really appreciate that. And the story that stuck in my mind and made me laugh every time I think about it is when he ran into the oldest, was it Advaita Acharya? When he ran to him and he hit him, he goes, which one is better? Yeah, or Bhakti, keep hitting him. So that was a really cool story. It stuck to my mind. So I just wanted to appreciate everyone. My appreciating capacity really increased over the last 10 days. And I felt love for every single person here and their devotion and their friendship. Thank you so much.
Last chance? Yes.
We want to say thank you. Our thank yous in Kalinamat. Can you speak about that?
Before you do, we would like to say thank you to you. Shraddha and Mukaravind and Srivas as a team worked tirelessly, literally, for weeks and months to make sure that this happened. From the very conception of it, they immediately picked up and did whatever they had to do. They spent time on the internet, on the phone, organizing in meticulous detail this whole yatra, and all the things that went well, and all the planning that was behind it came from this team of devotees. And they, Mukaravind and Shraddha, while they were here, they were constantly working behind the scenes. All the bhajans that were printed, and I have a greedy tendency, so a lot of times they'd ask me and I'd tell them 2 or 3 bhajans, but we wouldn't have time to do them. But they had to go to so much trouble to print them anyway. Because the internet wasn't working, they'd have to go to some other place to print them. And there were so many details that they were running around doing. I know how they operate. They didn't say anything, but I know they were up late many nights getting things done, making sure that it all got in the right order so that we could have the experience that we did. Srivas Pandit Prabhu was, we can always depend on him. He was part of the team in helping to decide some of the places that we were going to go and bhajans that we were going to sing and so forth. So inestimable amount of service that you all did. We have some special Mahaprasad. We'd like you to come up, please. Mukaravind and Shraddha and Srivas. And first to you, Shraddha Devi Dasi, because it looks like we're color coordinated on this. This is one of Lord Nrsinga's pavitrams. It's a silk robe that is blessed by Lord Nrsingadev. And this is just a token of appreciation and a memory, a memento from this yatra to remember this invaluable service that you've performed by helping all the devotees to have this wonderful experience for the rest of your lives. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for your service. Mukaravind, the always enthusiastic, never says no, always service attitude at every second is his characteristic. And now that I've met his grandparents and seen the the dynasty that he comes from. I can see a glimmer of why, and having met your brother as well, you're also bringing him along with Krishna consciousness. This was an amazing feat. You're working together on this yatra to make sure that it was a success. We're eternally grateful to you. Please accept this as a token of our appreciation. And our resident pundit, who's always willing and eager to do anything that will advance the cause of the Sankirtan movement, especially when it comes to shlokas and learning and educational activity. Srivas Pandit, you're a stabilizing force in all of our yatra for being such a mature and pure devotee, and we thank you, and of course your whole family, for being with us, and thank you for your very important work for helping this yatra happen. Hare Krishna. And although Navina Prabhu has received pravitrams before, out of a token of gratitude, we want to give it's Mahaprasad. We want to give, because we love Navina so much. And he's such a rare soul, and I think it was one of the nicest parts of this whole yatra to have had his association and to watch him work. And thank you for the bottom of my heart. Notice now that we'd like to book for next year. Hare Krishna. So, now we have, Shraddha, you were about to say, you wanted to say something. Okay.
I want to dance and read from Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Guru Maharaj always says that we should stop and take stock of our achievements, and this is what I'm going to do today as far as the yatra goes. The 9 days of the yatra flew by so fast. We still remember the first day when we had devotees, still jet lag, some suffering from cough, cold, fever, or upset stomach, or cultural shock, braving all odds and making it to the yoga peak, where we saw Chaitanya Mat, Shiva's Angan, and Radha Kund. The demigod Indra played his tricks and helped us witness the beautiful Pushpa Abhishekam for Advaita Acharya because it rained on that day, and we had to cancel our regular plans. We took a tour of Gurukul and Prabhupada Samadhi and the temple of Lord Jagannath in Rajapur, sailing over the Jalangi. And who can forget the tasty 22-course prasadam we had over there? We visited the house of Sarat Goswami, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Jagannath Das Babaji Samadhi, Vishnu Priya's place, and last but not the least, Shantipur. Shantipur was like a zip file. You open it and keep finding stuff in there. Here is the place where Shri Advaita Acharya prayed to Lord to come to this planet. Here is the place where Advaita Acharya took his initiation. Here is the place where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu rested for 10 days after taking sannyas. And here is the place where Srila Prabhupada prayed so he could carry out the order of his spiritual master to spread Krishna consciousness in the Western world. And we saw the out-of-the-world celebration of Nityananda Triyodasi. During the yatra, we had hours and hours of spiritual bliss as we listened to Krishna Katha from the lotus mouths of Ajay Guru Maharaj, Keshav Bharati Maharaj, Rajin Prabhu, and Shivas Pandit Prabhu, and heard devotees share their beautiful realizations. The Katha was well punctuated by melodious kirtans. And today, we all got a chance to visit the house of Nandan Acharya, the place where Lord Nityananda hid himself, and also to take a dip in the holy Ganges and participate in the ash immersion ceremony of our dear godbrother, Rasik Shekhar Prabhu. This event sends such a powerful message. our lives, like this yatra, will also come to an end. Then nothing but memories remain, and you better leave behind good memories for others, as Ulsik Shekhar Prabhu did. Talking about memories, we would like to thank Sam Prabhu, Rakesh Prabhu, Manish Prabhu, Linda Mataji, Yadadani Mataji and Hali Mataji for capturing beautiful memories of the yatra. It is indeed a sacrifice to stay behind the camera all the time and miss direct participation. So thank you so much for doing that for us. Thanks also goes to Parani Mataji and Shantala Mataji, who headed the Lost and Found team. So enthusiastic was their service that they even brought home stuff we had not lost. Lakshmi Mataji and Malini Mataji were caretakers of the medicine box. It was a box in much demand. Thank you so much for that. Anna Rao Prabhu gallantly volunteered to support us for bus services. Those of you who don't know, he is Malini Mataji's dad, who was dancing. Thanks to Leela Padma Mataji for prasadam services, and Madhukari Prabhu, when he was not singing, helped us with the crowd control. Thank you for that. Cannot stop without saying a big thank you to our super talented musicians and singers, Madhukari Prabhu, Omkar Prabhu and Puja Mataji, and the numerous certified kartalists. And of course, a big thank you to our spontaneous dancers. Thanks to all the devotees who volunteered for doing odd jobs like various carrying services, speakers, flags, chatais and whatnot. Special mention goes to Shakuntala Mataji, who was the only Mataji brave enough to carry the huge speakers during the parikrama, and who demonstrated how you can dance while sitting down. We are sure by now you're already missing one name that I haven't called out yet. And yes, you guessed it right. It is my dear godbrother Ramananda Sekha Prabhu. Who was instrumental in magnifying the Krishna Katha, so it went down her ears and into her heart very nicely. Thank you, Ramananda Sekha Prabhu, for being so dependable. Thanks also to the local devotees who joined us every day, asked super excellent questions, sang melodiously, participated enthusiastically, and made the whole experience even better. As the saying goes, the more, the merrier. Thank you so much. We'd also like to thank His Grace Naveen Mirat Prabhu for opening up the Vaishnav Academy and his heart to us. Thanks for your guidance as Mukharvinda and I planned for this event and for tolerating us throughout our stay. Thanks to Shisha Prabhu, our housekeeper, who helped us non-stop round the clock. Thanks to the charming Igor, who served the prasadam with so much relish and love and affection that I look forward to my spiceless portions every day. They say that behind every successful man is a woman. And there she is, our very dear Rachna Mataji. Our very dear Rachna Mataji, who helped us throughout, whether it was with the planning, or with advice, or giving support, or if you were sick, or being the loving grandma to the two kids in the group. We all missed you for the days that you were sick. And it was our good fortune that you bounced back to better health. Thank you for being a part of our life. Let's do a big Hari Bol for the Rachna Mataji. Thanks also goes to Rashika Shromani Mataji and Vishaka Leela Mataji, who shared invaluable advice and experience from the other yatras. Thanks to Inna Mataji for helping the Prasadam service, and to Vishaka and Yadurani Matajis for working on the blog, which we could not publish on time because of some technical difficulties, but we are working on it. We'd also like to thank Krishna from Calcutta, who could not make it due to illness. She had helped us do a lot of the background work and did a lot of running around in Calcutta. There is one person who I would like to specially thank, and that is my god sister and roommate, Bhakti Lakshmi. With an out-of-the-world patience and a cheerful attitude, she tolerated my keeping the lights on and running the water, making phone calls and clicking on the keyboard at all odd times of the day. She tolerated my grabbing the bathroom and leaving my clothes around the room. I would come back and find the room in order, my laundry folded. Thank you, Lakshmi, for your unconditional love and support and for your cooperation, which, as Vaishashika mentioned, Prabhu mentioned, is an austerity in this Kali Yuga. On the same token, I would like to thank Mukhavinda Das, my dear godbrother, and also my foster son, for being both the front end and back end on so many aspects of the yatra. Mukhavind, I watched you go without sleep for so many months as you worked on planning this event from a diametrically opposite time zone. And yet you made it to Mangal Aarti on time back home in USA. Not only that, you also had to suffer me, who demanded from you schedules and accounts and status updates at short notice. Thanks for bringing all that with a can-do attitude and an infectious laughter. No wonder our Guru Maharaj calls you a golden child. You are there. When we look back at these beautiful and blissful days, we are filled with gratitude for our dear Guru Maharaj. It is due to his causeless mercy that all of us are here at the holy Sri Dham of Mayapur. Thank you, Guru Maharaj, for choosing us to work on organizing this event. It was a joyful task. Thank you for tolerating our mistakes and magnifying our achievements. Thank you for the tireless Krishna Katha and for bringing us closer to our Acharyas. It is always a great experience to see things with our own eyes, things that we had just imagined while reading the scriptures. There are so many gems of spiritual wisdom that we all have collected. It is impossible to list them all here today. And as we move to our next project, which is MSF for Gaurav Purnima, we were agonizing about how to sell the Chaitanya Charitamrita sets. Then one day, one thing that you said struck me in connection with this. You said in one of your lectures that what is written in Chaitanya Charitamrita is so practical that anyone can test it. This line is surely going to fly in my corporate world, where most of the devotees miraculously work in the quality assurance team. In any project of this type, there are chances we may miss thanking someone for their special efforts. If we did, then this is unintentional, so please forgive us. In any project of this type, we all know there are happy moments and there are anxious moments. Happy ones are easy. The anxious moments are where we get tested, and I'm sure there are many times that we failed. Mukhavind and I had decided to take roles. He, the good cop, Sadachari, and I, the bad cop, Sudurachari. We apologize for any mistakes and offenses committed. If I came across as bad, please forgive me. I'm not like this usually. I am worse. Ask Mukhavind and listen. Forgiveness is a virtue, so please do forgive us, because Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita, Api Chet Sudurachari. It's time for us to leave, and one name immediately comes to our mind to say our thanks, and that's Krishna Das Prabhu, who has arranged the taxi services for all of us. On that note, with a sad heart, I will stop. It was a pleasure to have such close association of devotees. It was heartening to see devotees make friends. It was interesting to see Guryam Akhyati Prichati happening over the dining table are